This is a product demonstration for the 602 IRWS. Here we have the graphical user interface for the camera. This is a web-based software, so we can access this software from anywhere in the world. Right now I'm using Internet Explorer, but this software is supported by many other browsers such as Safari, Chrome, Firefox, so forth and so on. So I'm just going to quickly go through the user interface and show you what comes with this software. On the left hand side we have a live video tab, which is actually the screen that we are on right now. There's a multi-device tab that we can click. This will allow us to add multiple devices that can be viewed simultaneously. Network settings are going to allow you to set up the camera to be wireless, or if there's any network settings at all that need to be changed, this is where you're going to do that. This is basic function for audio and video. This camera actually does not have audio, but you can choose to reverse the video from the camera, and you can mirror it. System includes device ID, identifying factors for the camera, and other is for file transfer protocol settings, mail service. You can get email notifications from this camera if you set it up. And right here we have a single view for the camera. If we click on live video and single camera, this is the video feed that we're getting right here. If we click on 4 camera, this will allow us to view 4 cameras at the same time, up to 9 cameras. Right now the camera rate is set to full speed, which is full real-time playback. We can change this anywhere between 20 and 1 frames per second. We can also change the resolution from 640 by 480 to 320 by 240 and 160 by 120. We can change the brightness by simply clicking down or up from the user interface. We can record video by clicking the record button on the top right hand corner, and this will save the video to a file after we are done recording. We can take a snapshot of the picture of whatever's on the camera feed by simply clicking the snapshot icon. This will bring you to another web page where you can click on the save button at the top of the page and save that to a folder on your computer. The play button and the stop button are for stopping the video feed and playing the live video feed. If the settings on the video feed become too unusable and you're not exactly sure what's going on with the camera, you can click the default all, which will reset the camera to its factory default settings. Here is another video sample taken from the 602 IRWS. This shot was taken inside the same warehouse in complete darkness. The 602 IRWS is an indoor and outdoor rated camera. It is a wireless bullet style camera. This camera has a 12mm lens with a 25-degree view angle. This camera has 30 infrared LEDs, which is overall going to give you about 115 feet of night vision in complete darkness. One really great feature about this camera is that it is an IP camera. This means that you're going to be able to wirelessly connect it to the Wi-Fi at your house. This makes the installation a lot simpler because you only need to provide power to the camera. With every purchase of this camera, you will receive an installation disc, a user manual, an antenna that screws to the back of the camera, an Allen wrench for adjusting the bracket, a bag of 3 screws and 3 drywall anchors, a regulated power supply, an Ethernet cable for setting up the camera initially, a 3-axis bracket, and of course, your camera. This camera has 3 connectors attached to the cable. This first white connector is a reset button for the camera. The second one is an RJ45 jack for initially setting up the camera to be wireless. And this last one is a 5-volt DC power connection. These connectors are not waterproof, so at the time of installation, these connections need to be in a dry, enclosed area. This camera can be mounted on a ceiling by screwing the top part of this bracket into the top of the camera, or it can be a wall or flat surface mount by screwing this bracket into the bottom of the camera on any one of these 3 holes. Once you have the bracket mounted to the camera, you can use this Allen wrench provided inside the box to tighten these bolts and fix the camera in place. There's one at the front of the bracket and there's one at the base of the bracket.